Welcome back to Fragrance Network. Rack stores. You can go to a rack store, get clothes cheap, get fragrances cheap, but sometimes cheap isn't always good. Today I'm gonna go over my fragrance pickups from different rack stores, whether it's Marshalls, TJ Maxx, Burlington, and the list goes on. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So I've got 8 different fragrances here that I'm gonna go over, and whether they're worth a pickup if you see them cheap at a rack store. Starting out with my least favorite, Lattafa Assad Zanzibar. This smells like ass. It smells so... I'm not even, that's not even like for the camera, like I swear. It smells horrible. The reason I haven't given this away or thrown it away is so that I can have it for videos. It's horrible. It's terrible. It's probably the worst fragrance I have, period. Like, not just in this list, just overall. I hate it. It smells so bad. So I've heard that Zanzibar can sometimes be considered a clone of Invictus. It misses the mark heavily. So you've heard the phrase, shoot for the moon, if you miss, you'll land among the stars. This shot for the moon, missed, and got hit by a meteor and exploded. It's horrible. I never buy it. If you see, I don't care if it's $2, don't buy it. It's terrible. In the number 7 spot is Calvin Klein Free. Now this one is much better. It's actually a wearable scent and it smells decent. It's an uninspiring, fresh fragrance. Now, Calvin Klein as a brand and a fragrance house, I think gets a lot of hate unnecessarily. In fact, one of my favorite fragrances of all time is a Calvin Klein fragrance. Not this one. I got this for 11 bucks, and even that, I probably wouldn't do that. If I were you and you saw this one for 11 bucks at a rack store, if you want to get a cheap fragrance for, you know, like a teen or maybe somebody that you're like, oh shoot, I have to get them something, then maybe get them this. It smells nice, they're probably gonna like it, but it's just uninspiring. It's not that great. It's a pretty boring fresh fragrance, smells good, performance not that good, longevity not that good. It's just kind of a not good basic fragrance, you know, like it's fine. It's fine. That's all it is. It's fine. So Calvin Klein Free. Calvin Klein really ranges. They've got some stuff like this, and then again, they've got one of my favorite fragrances ever. Next up in the 6th spot is Lattafa's Honor and Glory. Now this is supposed to be kind of a coconutty fragrance, which is why I bought it, because I love coconut. And you can smell a little bit of it, and I've had this for about a month now, so it's gotten a little bit better as it's macerated. I think that's how you say that word. I'm hoping that as I continue to let it sit and, you know, spray it every once in a while, that it will get even better over time with maceration, but it's okay. You know, it has a weird sharpness to it. So does Lattafa's Zanzibar. Both of these Lattafa's fragrances have like this weird sharpness. I don't even know how to describe it very well. It's just like, you smell it, it's like, ooh, that's sharp. I don't know if I like that. Like, it's not smooth. It's all right, you know. The reason it's above the Calvin Klein fragrance is because it is a little bit more unique and has a little bit more character, but also one at this point I personally wouldn't pick up. Maybe in a couple months after it's macerated more, my mind might change. Next up in the fifth spot is Tommy Hilfiger's Tommy. This is another fresh fragrance that's just kind of basic. However, I think it works a little bit better than the Calvin Klein fragrance. It's got very citrusy, kind of minty type of vibes, almost a little fruity, you know, fruity, citrusy, little mint in there. It smells good. I like it, you know. This one I'll wear every once in a while and it's good, and I would not be sad wearing this one. I like it. This is where we're starting to get into the stuff that I'm actually gonna wear. This is the first one. Those other 3 I wouldn't even recommend picking up. This one, if you find it really cheap, you know, $15 or cheaper, pick it up. It's nice, you know. It's nothing special. It's nothing insane, but it's nice. I like it. I also probably have a little bit of bias because Tommy Hilfiger is currently a sponsor for the new Cadillac F1 team, and I root for those guys, so maybe I'm a little bit biased on that front, but it's not bad. You know, it's pretty good. First one in the list, I'd say, yeah, maybe pick it up. Next is Guess Uomo Aqua. So this fragrance, I've got kind of a fun story with. I was at a rack store, I saw it and I was like, oh, that looks interesting. I wonder if that's any good. Looked up the notes. I was like, oh, it looks like it could smell pretty good, but I was like, nah, I'll pass for now. And then I went over to a JCPenney that was like right next door to the Burlington, and I saw that they actually had this, like one that you could test out at the JCPenney. I was like, oh, I just saw that really, really cheap at Burlington. Let me see what it smells like. Sprayed it on a test strip, smelled super good. Sprayed it on my skin, still smelled really, really good. And so I went right back to Burlington and I bought it right away. However, I made a critical error, and that was not waiting for the dry down. The dry down is where this fragrance falls apart. The opening is beautiful. It smells so, so good, but the dry down is just kind of nasty. And when looking at the notes, I wasn't expecting to like the opening of this because it has cucumber and lemon and cardamom, and I was like, lemon and cucumber, I don't think I'll like that opening. But then I tried it out at that JCPenney, thought it smelled really good. I was actually more interested when looking at the notes at the juniper that was in the middle notes. I was like, oh, that sounds kind of interesting. And also the sage. I thought the sage and juniper, I was like, oh, that might be kind of nice. But when it dries down, it doesn't mix well. It's really woody and not in a nice way. In my opinion, it just kind of smelled dirty and a little bit nasty on the dry down. And I'm being a little bit harsh on it. It's not too bad. It is still nice and wearable, and that's why it's number 4 on this list. I like it. The opening though is the best part about it. It's an amazing opening. In fact, I'm gonna give it a spray. There we go. Yeah, the opening's nice. I like it. Number 3 is Versace Eau Fraiche. I don't know if that's how you properly say it. I'm probably gonna say a lot of the French things wrong on this channel, but Eau Fraiche is really, really nice. It's again another citrusy, fresh fragrance. A lot of these in the rack store finds, I guess. But it actually feels refined compared to the Calvin Klein one and the Tommy Hilfiger one, and even the Guess one. It feels a lot more refined and clean. However, I have other Versace fragrances and other fresh blue fragrances that just are much better, and other citrus fragrances that are much better than this. Pretty good. So I would say it's worth the pickup if you find it at a rack store. I'd go ahead and give this one a try. It does smell really good, but I just think there's other fresh citrus blue fragrances that are better than this. But if you can find it cheap, it's a nice one. Now to my top 2, and these are really, really good finds. So number 2, Sweet Heaven. Now, this can kind of go back and forth. My 1 and 2, I'm not really sure which one I like better, but number 2 right now I have is Sweet Heaven. Now, I got the full Sweet Heaven line, 5 of them, at the rack store, and for this video I just decided to do my favorite of them, which is Sweet Heaven. Last week I did a full video of all of the Sweet Heaven fragrances, so you can check that out. I'll put the link in the description. But Sweet Heaven itself, just the classic Sweet Heaven, it's super, super good. It's kind of inspired by Kilian's Angel Share, which is a fabulous fragrance, but I would get this over it because it's cheap and smells really good. It's definitely not a 1-for-1 clone, but it still smells amazing and is definitely along those lines, and it's just a beautiful scent. This is the first one where I would say, like, if you find this at a rack store, get it. It is so good. Pick it up. No thoughts. Pick up Sweet Heaven. I love it. It's definitely similar to that Angel Share, and it's just so good. Creamy, boozy, beautiful. All right, and lastly is Boss the Scent. So this smells really, really good. It's not my favorite Boss fragrance, but it is my favorite rack store pickup, and it smells really nice. I have quite a few Boss fragrances. I'm probably going to be making a video on the Boss fragrances soon, but the scent is nice, especially if you can find it cheap at a rack store. I find that a lot of Boss fragrances aren't that cheap at rack stores. They're still mostly around 50, 60 bucks, so you can get them cheaper on like Joma Shop. But this one was only like $22, so I went ahead and picked it up. And when looking at the notes, it's one that I thought I wouldn't like because it has has ginger, and when I think of ginger, I think of ginger beer, which is nasty and also doesn't smell good. So I was a little bit surprised by how much I like this one. On top of that, this has a note that I've never heard of. What was it? It's manica? What is that? Manica? I'm going to say it manica. It looks like a fruit. Never heard of that in my life. No idea what that is. If you do, let me know, because I don't know what that is. So I wasn't expecting to like the scent because ginger didn't sound good, and whatever that is, I'd never heard of. But it smells really nice. It's interesting because it's kind of a mixture between a deeper winter fragrance and also a summer fragrance, in my opinion. So I feel like this is the perfect spring fall fragrance. It's super good. Definitely my favorite rack store pickup. If you can find it cheap at like 20 bucks like I did, 25 bucks, this is definitely a worthy pickup from a rack store. I hope to pick up many more fragrances from rack stores in the future, and I'm sure I will make another video like this. I try my best not to get fragrances that are just useless at rack stores. I try to get ones that I'm actually interested in and want to try. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think, and if there's anything I can do to give you more value in these videos. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace.